Right guys, time for another RLR beer short. For this one we go to Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Another beer from the wonderful Messorem Bractorium. This one is called Fracturation, 9.1% ABV, New England Hazy, Imperial Double, whatever you want to call it, IPA. This one with Citra, Victoria's Secret and Simcoe in it, along with a little bit of lactose. Slightly more bitter and more wheaty and bitey than I remember my other Messorem beers being. The beer pours this lovely kind of mixed tropical fruit juice, peach juice colour almost. Had a nice big head on it when we poured it, and the aroma of this one does show you a little bit more of that wheaty bitiness and that kind of bigger green component. But let's focus on the flavour. Backbone of the beer, fresh white bready bread crust in there, a little bit of wood, a little bit of cracker as you often get, but then yeah, layer of kind of wholemeal brown bread, lots of fluffy white bread in there from the barley malt. The wheat on this one is interesting. I suspect maybe some German wheat in this because it's got a bit more bitiness to it, so you get that dense wheaty white bready layer in there. Above that you start to get the oats, creamier down the middle of your tongue, a little bit drier further out. In the dead centre of your palate you've got that lovely circle in the middle of your palate there where the alcohol comes out of this one. So it gives you a wee bit of a kind of concentrated biscuity note to it, but as you move further out from that it's a little bit more Werther's Original Butter Candy Butterscotch. Then you get the McVitie's Digestive kind of notes coming out of this one. So that malty side of the beer is really quite nice. Back third of your palate with the yeasty side of things, it's like a sweet brown bread at its core, a sweet white bread on the edge, and then more of a kind of bread crusty note there. And of course flavour is taller on the back third of your palate and it condenses down as you come further forward. Hoppy side of this one, definitely a bigger green component to this. It feels more bitter. A little bit of earthiness in the back corners of your palate. As you move further forward you get pininess in there and a little bit more floral aromatic spice as you reach the front corners of your palate, but round the front curve of the tongue, softer and more grassy. Cryo oil in this, of course, really should smoothen that out a wee bit. But yeah, it does have a fair little bit of bitterness with this one. The fruity side of your beer, that oily bubble on the front third of your tongue, I would say at the back and on top you're getting kind of sharper peachy notes in there, lots of juicy mango. Those are from the Victoria's Secret and the Citra, of course. Underneath you've got that softer passion fruit from the Simcoe. As you move further forward you get a bit more kind of pineapple, which I think is going to be your Victoria's Secret, and as you reach the kind of front tip of your tongue there it's a little bit more about the lemon limey notes from the Citra. But this one I would say top end to mid body, bottom end to full body, a little bit more oily and slick than some other New England IPAs that I've had in recent times. A wee bit more bitter, about maybe 70 IBUs or something like that, but another very, very solid beer from Messorem Bractorium. So absolutely worth checking out. Fracturation, Messorem Bractorium, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Catch you guys in the next RLR beer short. Cheers.